Welcome to the Ncihe Research Program. My name's Jason Johns and I'd like to extend a personal welcome to you. I'm really excited to have you here, and I'm looking forward in the next couple of hours to share with you some great information and kickstart you in researching profitable niches. Now, niche research is a vital part of marketing. It is pretty much the foundation of it. If you don't research a niche, how do you know what product to create above it? The sad thing is a lot of people miss out niche marketing. A lot of people guess a niche. I was guilty of it. When I first started out some years ago, I was attending a course on hypnosis, and we talked about a particular subject in the day, and I thought, oh, that sounds good. And I went off and created a product on it. Registered the domain name, launched it, sent it out into the great big world, and sort of sat there thinking, why isn't anyone buying this? It's a great product. I then realised that, it was a few months later, I realised, well, I hadn't really identified my niche. I didn't know what they wanted. I didn't know what they were after. I didn't know what their pain was and problem was. And so my product, whilst it was good, didn't address their wants and needs. So what I did is I adjusted my program, targeted it into different niches, and it sells wonderfully even today. And it's 5 or 6 years later, still sells well. You see, I was guilty of guessing a niche, and because of it, my product didn't sell. But what I did since then is I identify niches, and basically you're going to look over my shoulder and see me find niches, and I create products from these niches, and that brings a profit. If I do my niche research, you can almost guarantee you can make money in that niche. If you don't research it, you have no guarantees that it's going to be a profitable niche. Researching it, you will guarantee, literally, you will know there's money to be made in that niche. And then it's up to you to create a good enough product in whichever format it may be, and we'll discuss that in a little while, and to create good enough copy in order to make sales. You know the niches that got money in it. The only issue is you being able to make money from it through your product and your copy. In this program, it's really different to many of the other programs I've created. It's a real over my shoulder guide to niche research. It's like you sat here next to me looking at my computer screen. You are going to go through this program with me. We're going to look at the sites together. You're going to see me research niches and talk to you about what I'm looking for, why I'm looking for it, and which niches I think are profitable and which aren't. I'm going to show you my criteria for profitable niches, and this isn't just my criteria, it's criteria that many other people use as well. I'm going to show you how to identify hundreds and hundreds of niches and then determine which one of those will make you money. And as I said, literally you're going to be sat here next to me. This is the closest I can get to giving you one-to-one training without inviting you here to sit with me. It's literally as if you were here. So you may have questions from this, and if you do, you're welcome to contact me, and I'll give you my contact details in a minute. I can honestly say I do not know what's going to happen in this video series. It's a live over my shoulder program, so anything could happen. We could find a multi-million-dollar niche, and I promise that if we do, I'll share it with you. We may find some bad niches, but I can tell you this, we are going to make some mistakes in this video series. It's not going to be one of those, professional rah video series. It's going to be me talking to you and going, well, I'm not sure about that, or well, I can tell you that this is definitely profitable. It's going to be as if I was talking to you, quite literally. So we are going to make mistakes. We are going to find some real bad niches. We're going to look at some, and I'm sure we're going to find one or two that we're going to think are going to be good, and we'll do some research. We're going to find out there's no money to be made in them. That does happen. I'm sure we're going to find some that are going to be extremely profitable. And what I will do is I will share all these with you as we go through this. So you're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly in this, and you're going to see everything. And I've done this for a reason. Now, when I created this video series, I did think about, well, I can make it really polished, and I can, do it as if I was, doing a presentation at a seminar somewhere. But I thought, well, no, because you're going to make these mistakes. You're going to sit there and and ah over a niche and try and decide if it's profitable. You're going to find bad niches. If I stumble across a multi-million-dollar niche on my first go, what are you going to think? You're going to think it's a setup. I want this to be real. So I've done this in a way that you're going to see us go through the niches, and we're going to find good and bad. And at the present moment, I don't know how it's going to turn out. So we'll have to see. But I know we're going to find some profitable niches because I make sure we do. But I'm going to show you lots and lots of different ways to find these profitable niches. Which ways you decide to use is up to you. There's lots and lots of different methods here, but not all of them are for all people. You may decide that you want to use one or two of these. You may use all of them. They all have their own purposes and uniqueness about them. There's one or two that are significantly better than others, and there's some you'd use for other things. So, you know, there's a lot we're going to cover here. But the point and aim of the game is for you to understand at the end of this video series, you will be able to follow exactly what I've done and find a profitable niche to go and create whatever type of product it is in. But I do promise you, we will find some good niches. We will. I know we're going to find some real rubbish ones, but I know we're going to find some good ones because I'm sure of that. Now, in this video series, I'm going to show you lots and lots of different places where you can research niches. There's going to be, about half a dozen or so different places. One of them is sort of my favourite, a couple I'm not so keen on, but they're all places where you can find niches. I mean, you may develop your own personal favourite from here. It will depend upon your particular business model. It's entirely up to you which method you use, but you'll see exactly how it works. You don't have to use all of them. You will use some of them. Some of them you'll use for different purposes, identifying different types of niches. You know, there are many, many more ways other than just this niche research, but this is one way of doing it. It's entirely up to you. The thing about niche research is one of those things that's actually quite personal. Everyone has their own way. There isn't a sort of standard methodology for researching a niche. It's really a combination of detective work and intuition almost. And as you follow through the processes that I'm going to show you here, you'll develop that intuition and you'll be stunned by some of the places you can find some really, really good niches. And I'll tell you more about those again later on. I would recommend that you have a pen and paper next to you to take notes. You may want to write down some of the domains, you may want to write down some of the criteria, some of the things you're looking for. But the key is for you to take action after each video. If you go through each video and then take action afterwards, what you'll find is it will become second nature. You've only got to do this literally half a dozen or so times, and you'll soon be able to do this so easily. You'll be able to do it in your sleep. It'll be that good. At the end of this video series, what you'll have in your hand is a set of profitable niches. You'll have researched most of them, and you'll understand whether they're going to be good or bad, whether they're worth pursuing, and if so, what are they worth pursuing with. Some of them are going to be really profitable, some won't. You've got to think as well, one of the models that I work to on the internet is I aim to make a site that makes between $1 and $5 a day. The reason being, if I create this $1 to $5 a day site, it doesn't take long to do. It's not difficult. And if I create 100 of those, that's $100 a day. Now that's a lot of money. So for me, it's a numbers game. Yes, I have sites that make lots more money than that, but many of them are literally just very quick and easy, basically down and dirty sites. And in other videos in this series, not in this particular series you have in your hands here, I'll show you how to create some of these sites, because you can literally knock up a site with unique content in half an hour, drive traffic to it, and be earning in a day or two. It's really, really good. But you're going to see how to market to these niches. Now, this is me. You have here at the top my email address. That's my website if you want to contact me there. And I'm happy to hear your feedback, your success stories, or to provide you with some help. So I'm not going to go and hide off in my ivory tower and count my money. I'm here as a real person, and I'm happy to hear from you. I'm happy to help you out, obviously to the best I can. And, I want to see you succeed. Niche research is something that's really, really simple to do once you understand exactly how to do it. And that's the whole point of this process, is to show you exactly how you can research the niches. So feel free to contact me on any of these details and drop me a line. Always happy to hear from you. My website, by the way, would have the sort of latest information, tips, advice, as well as a way to subscribe to my newsletter. if you subscribe to my newsletter or keep an eye on my website, then you'll hear about updates to this program and new programs in this series of over my shoulder video training. So let's get on with the video training now. We're going to start talking about niches, what they are, and then we're going to go into details of exactly how you can find those niches. And trust me, I'm really excited about this program because I don't know what we're going to uncover, but I've got my fingers crossed that we're going to uncover some really, really profitable niches. So let's see what we can find.